It's Wednesday, and on Wednesday, we read the royal appointment from the Telegraph. We have the pleasure of Miss Camilla Tominey penning this one, and it's why Prince Harry has to be careful to avoid being accused of double standards. Maybe I know Camilla Tominey a little too well at this point, or maybe we have heard the same tired line about Harry invading his own privacy again and again that it was pretty obvious where this was going to be going. So she starts off discussing the group claim against Associated Newspapers Limited about invading privacy. Then she pivots into how a book called Spare Us, a Harity, was being circulated around the office. Quote, published on April Fool's Day, the spoof book by Bruno Vincent pokes affectionate fun at the fifth in line to the throne's autobiography Spare. I'm sure it's a real crack up. I mean, what could be funnier? The first half of the book is about his mom dying. Drama's hilarious. Quote, very much in the vein of the South Park episode that mocked Harry and Meghan's world privacy tour, the inside cover reads, all I had ever wanted was privacy. In order to get it, it seemed that an exceptionally detailed 500,000-word book was in order. They never said they wanted privacy. They wanted to be able to control their own narrative and decide who they speak to and who they don't, and not to be used as a proverbial punching bag to cover for others. But why let truth get in the way? Let's continue. She does agree with him on one point. She agrees that newspapers should neither have unchecked power nor be able to evade justice. But then she goes on to say, quote, he continues to weaken his own moral crusade on privacy by invading the privacy of others. Has no one heard of a memoir before? Memoir, a historical account or biography written from personal knowledge or special sources. Quote, as South Park and now Spare Us, a Harity rightly pointed out, he has written a frostbite and all book that goes deep inside the castle walls and exposes every shouting match, fistfight, betrayal, teddy bear, awkward hug, and tear-stained wedding rehearsal for the world to feast their eyes on. You're describing things that he experienced. It's a memoir. And then she ends with this kicker. But he is going to be a less credible force in his mission to reform the media if he continues to drag his nearest and dearest through the newspapers, seemingly without giving them a right to reply. Oh, they reply. They reply through Royal Rota correspondents that they formed relationships with, such as yourself. That is the problem here. This relationship is the problem. If you are really bothered about what he writes about his family or his life experience, don't report on it. This is not a double standard, not to mention that she completely ignores that the reason these plaintiffs have brought this case forward is because of a legal means of gathering information on them. God, I love Wednesdays.